Dear students, I'm Dr. Salamma. Today I'm going to give a lecture on bioremediation. What is bioremediation? Bioremediation can be defined as any process that uses microorganisms, fungi, green plants, and their enzymes to return the natural environment that is altered by the contaminants due to various pollutions. Phytoremediation is a subcomponent of bioremediation where involvement of plants is generally carried out. Phytoremediation can also tell us a set of technologies that clean contaminated sites using plants. Generally, these technologies are cost effective and these are non-intrusive to the environment. Non-intrusive means that is non-harmful. Okay. Contaminant removal mechanisms are generally of three types, that is physical, chemical, and biological. In the physical mechanism, sedimentation is the one process, whereas filtration, adsorption, volatilization. Okay, sedimentation generally we use in our homes, like when you get water from the contaminated sites. If you just keep it aside for some time, all the large particle will get sedimented on the bottom of the pot. Coming to filtration, nowadays all these filtration filters are came out, and all this filtration is job is done by the all filters. Okay, coming to the next chemical methods, that is precipitation, adsorption, hydrolysis. Biological method of contaminant removal is generally carried out by bacterial metabolisms, plant metabolism, plant absorption. Okay, coming to the common elements that are involved in phytoremediation. TCE, trichloroethylene, is a solvent that is highly used, that is widely used as a remover in detergent industry, otherwise cleaning industry. Okay, this is also used in cosmetics and also used as anesthetic. Okay, because of this wide usage, this is a common and common contaminant that we used to found in everywhere. Other heavy metals like arsenic, cadmium, lead, aluminum, beryllium, copper, iron, nickel, mercury, and other toxins are also part of elements. What are the type of for phytoremediations? There are six general types are there. First one is phytoextraction, phytostabilization, phytostimulation, phytovolatilization, phytorhizofiltration, and in the next slide I'll I'll show you. Okay, phytoextraction is uptake of substances from the environment and stored in the plant. This is also called as phytoaccumulation. In this method, plant usually accumulates metals in the roots, in the leaves, or in even in the fruits also. Phytostabilization. It in the phytostabilization, plants reduces the movement of substances in the environment. Phytostabilization is usually carried out by the roots of the plant. These limits the leaching of soil contaminants. Phytostimulation is the third process where enhancement of microbial activity for the degradation of contaminants carried out. Okay, typically this is also found in the plant roots. Coming to phytotransformation or phytodegradation, uptake of substances from the environment with degradation occurs within the plant. Okay, coming to the fifth one, phytovolatilization. In this phytovolatilization method, plants generally transforms the solid metal that has been absorbed within into the possibly in the gaseous form through the stomata. Okay. Sixth one is rhizofiltration. Rhizofiltration is generally carried out by the plants which are having dense root systems like Arundodonax. Arundodonax is a species of grass family, that is Poaceae, which is having a large amount of very thick amounts of roots. Okay, yeah. Phytodegradation, I would like to tell in detail so that I have written here a process that plant takes tricarbic, tricarb, trichloroethylene and degrades it into carbon dioxide and chlorine before it's released into the atmosphere. Various plants produces different enzymes like nitroreductase, dehalogenase and peroxidase which destructs contaminants in the soils. Accumulation. Generally, accumulation is done by the plants, as you know, but in the plant itself, there are hyperaccumulators which can accumulate 100 folds more than the normal accumulators do. Okay, just like the Lapis ceruleans is a plant which accumulate 40% more than zinc when compared to the other plants at the same site. Okay. Next one, phytovolatilization. As I told you, phytovolatilization is the transformation of solid metals into the gaseous forms. Okay. Isofiltration, I have told you. Okay. Coming to this, look at this table. What are the pollutants? What are the plants involved? And what is the mechanism involved? In phytoextraction, like otherwise, phytoaccumulation, hyperaccumulation is carried out in Brassica gentiana, Thalapsis ceruleans, Helianthus annulus. The common pollutants that are accumulated by the plants in this phytoextraction or phytoaccumulation method are cobalt, chromium, nickel, lead, zinc, mercury, molybdenum, cadmium, and many more. Okay. Rhizofiltration is generally done by the plants like Brassica gentiana, Helianthus annulus, rice, tobacco, spinach. In this method, in rhizofiltration, organic and inorganic metals like cadmium, copper, nickel, and zinc, chromium are the common metals that are fixed in rhizofiltration. In phytovolatilization method, Arabidopsis thaliana, poplar trees, alfalfa are the plants that are generally performs phytovolatilization, and these in this phytovolatilization, selenium, mercury, arsenic are the general chlorinated solvents that are transformed into the gaseous form. Phytodegradation occurs in hybrid poplars, black willows, and algae where phenols, herbicides are generally fixed. Phytostabilization is a complexion and sorption and precipitation where inorganic metals like cadmium, copper, chromium, lead, zinc, these are fixed by the plants like Brassica gentiana grasses. Hope you understand. All these things, there are many common pollutants like all the heavy metals. Okay. Examples for the accumulators are hyperaccumulators. Okay. Amaranthus retroflexus, Azolla, Salvinia, and Lemna. Okay. Amaranthus retroflexus removes cesium. Azolla, Salvinia, and Lemna absorbs cadmium and zinc. Indian mustard, that is Brassica gentiana, extract heavy metals such as lead and chromium. Okay. Poplar trees, otherwise Populus genus, reduces excess fertilizers from the contaminated soils. Then prairie grasses, grass family, generally generally performs rhizofiltration. Okay. Sunflowers concentrate uranium in their roots. Sebaceous accumulator accumulates 25% more nickel when compared to the other plants. Sorghum and rye are also accumulators. Okay, these are the two plants, that is water hyacinth and lemna. Water hyacinth means this water lily otherwise. Okay, these are the two plants that these are aquatic plants which accumulates. Okay, Pb, that means lead, copper, cadmium, and mercury. Okay, uh, these are other plants that usually uh, found as accumulators or hyperaccumulators. Eichhornia crassifs, Collapsis ceruleans, Minortia verna, Jason montana, Acrocephalus robertii, Picrotia species, Pearsonia, and Astragalus, Elysium. These are all the plants. These many plants are. I would like to tell you one point here. All these hyperaccumulators are generally found in muddy areas, marshy areas, where we can find we are not even to want to see it. జస్ట్ లైక్ ఇక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ చెప్పాలండి. తామర కాదు, కలువ పూలు అంటుంటారండి, తామరలు అంటుంటారు. ఇవి ఏంటి అంటే వాటర్ హైసింత్. మీరు ఎక్కడన్నా చూడండి, చుట్టూ చెత్త గలీజ్ అంతా ఉంటుంది. ఐ మీన్ టు సే ద సాయిల్ అండ్ వాటర్ ఆర్ మిక్స్డ్ విత్ బ్లాక్ కలర్, ఆల్ కంటామినెంట్స్. మురుగునీటిలో పెరుగుతుంటాయండి. ఐకార్నియా కానీ, మన లెమ్నా కానీ, తర్వాత ఈ వాటర్ హైసింత్ కానీ. అంటే వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్? అవి మురికిలో ఉన్నప్పటికీ, మురికిని పీల్చుకున్నప్పటికీ, దే ఆర్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఎట్ సైట్, దే ఆర్ ఈస్థెటిక్ ఎట్ సైట్. ఓకే, with this note I will continue. These are examples. I have shown some photographs. Elysium serpulifolium, Brassica gentiana, Pteris vittata, and Thalassis ceruleans. Okay, these are the some plants. Then what are the advantages of phytoremediation? Phytoremediation is cost effective because no other investment is needed. Only you have to sow the seeds or you have to plant the plants. Okay, it's a natural method. Okay, minimal land disturbance. If you want to construct a home, you have to disturb the soil. But if you want to plant a plant, you need not to disturb anything. Reduces potential for transport of contaminants by wind. It also helps in reducing the soil erosion. See, plants are generally planted in the barren lands and on the forests to reduce the soil erosion. The same concept will be applicable here. In the phytoremediation also, the plants helps in soil erosion. Multiple contaminants can be removed with the same plants. Okay, as I shown in the last table, single plant may absorb many contaminants. Yeah, there are, apart from the advantages, there are n number of disadvantages of this phytoremediation. First one is slow growth rate of the plants. Plants will take much more time to grow. So if you want to immediately remove the contaminant, this method will not be acceptable. Okay, possibility of contaminant plants entering into the food chain. Yeah, I would like to tell, all the vegetables today we are eating are contaminated, and they are happily entering into our food chain as we are having every day. Okay, disposal of the plant material uh, could be a hazardous waste. After accumulation, after the plant has completed its life cycle, we have to remove the plant. Either we have to burn it, either we have to remove it and throw it into another place. That means that plant material may become a hazardous waste. And the one more disadvantage is The fallen leaves which has already accumulated the metals may enter into the soil, which is of no use. Okay, Con- some more times, contaminants may kill the tree also. If the plant is not a hyperaccumulator, if the contamination is high, if the contaminant is high in concentration, that may definitely kill the plant. Yeah, degradation products may be worse than the original one. In some cases, in some cases, as I told you, in phytodegradation, uh, product is transformed into other forms. Okay, right. This in this case, the transformed product may be worse than the original one. Much testing is needed. That is, environmental approval is required. Metal hyperaccumulators are generally slow growing with shallow root systems. The plants which accumulates more contaminants are generally with very short root systems. Proper disposal of the metal accumulated plant part is a big hurdle. Where we have to throw it, that is the big hurdle. Result of accumulation heavy metals in the lab or land is different. If you do experiment in the lab, the result may be vary, and if you do the same thing on the land, that may be vary. Okay, this difference cannot be compensated. Phytoremediation seems to be the best suited for the low contaminated areas only. If at all, as I told you, if the contaminant is very high in concentration, it may kill the plant. So it is advised only to the areas with a low amount of contaminants. At conclusionary word, although much remains to be studied, phytoremediation clearly plays some role in the stabilization and remediation of many contaminated sites. Although it has to be studied well and more in detail, but as of today, phytoremediation clearly plays a role in reclamating or remediating the contaminated sites. The main factor driving in the implementation of phytoremediation projects are low cost with significant improvement. These are the only two things that phytoremediation is being implemented. Okay, yeah, uh, we cannot do we cannot do anything like plants, but we can do one thing. We can reduce the usage. We can reuse the material, and we can use. We can recycle it. We can recycle it. These are the three major R's that everyone should follow to save the environment and to not pollute the environment. That is, reduce, reuse, and recycle. With this end, I would like to conclude my topic. Thank you.